Mahabharata, Episode 1. The story begins. Namaste. Every great river begins as a small stream. In the same way, the Mahabharata, this vast ocean of wisdom, war, and dharma, begins with the story of its creator, Vedavyasa. Without Vyasa, there would be no Mahabharata, no Bhagavad Gita, no sacred tale of the Kurukshetra war. So, let us begin at the very beginning. Long ago, there lived the sage Parashara, a man of immense spiritual power. One day, while crossing the mighty river Yamuna, he met a young fisherwoman named Satyavati. She was simple, humble, and helped ferry people across the waters in her small boat. Yet destiny had chosen her for something far greater. Parashara was struck by her purity and inner radiance. On that riverbank, beneath the silent gaze of the sky and flowing waters, he blessed her with an extraordinary child. To protect her honor, Parashara gave her a boon. Her fragrance would spread for miles, and her reputation would remain untouched by gossip. In time, she gave birth to a child, not in the usual way, but in the mystical, divine manner of sages. This child was no ordinary boy. He was Vyasa, the one who would divide the Vedas and write the Mahabharata. Vyasa grew quickly into a man of great wisdom and tapasya. His very presence carried the weight of knowledge and the calmness of meditation. He wandered the forest, mountains, and river banks, absorbed in contemplation. People came to him for guidance, for he was like a bridge between heaven and earth, between the unseen and the seen. But Vyasa's role was not only as a sage. Destiny had chosen him to shape the lineage of kings, the very line from which the Pandavas and Kauravas would descend. His mother, Satyavati, later married King Shantanu of Hastinapura, entering the royal household. Through this connection, Vyasa became tied to the throne and to the fate of Bharatavarsha. One day, Satyavati called upon Vyasa. The kingdom of Hastinapura faced crisis. After the death of King Vichitravirya and his elder brother Chitrangada, the royal family was left without heirs. The throne of the Kuru dynasty stood vulnerable. Satyavati, burdened with worry, turned to Vyasa, her firstborn son. She pleaded with him to continue the family line through the ancient practice of Niyoga. Though reluctant, Vyasa agreed. From his union with the widowed queens of Vichitravirya were born three sons. Dhritarashtra, blind from birth, Pandu, pale and weak in body, and Vidura, wise but born of a servant woman, thus denied the throne. These three brothers became the pillars of the coming generations. Here, the stage was set. From Dhritarashtra would come the 100 Kauravas, led by the ambitious and fiery Duryodhana. From Pandu would come the 5 Pandavas, sons of divine power, destined to play a central role in the war of Dharma. And Vidura, though not a king, would remain the voice of wisdom and righteousness throughout the story. Thus, from the fisherwoman's son, Vyasa began the chain of events that would lead to the greatest battle in history. The seed had been planted. A child born on the banks of the Yamuna would grow to write the tale of gods, men, and destiny itself. And so, our journey begins not on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, but with a sage, a mother, and a kingdom waiting for its heirs. The river has started flowing, and soon it will become a flood. Jai Sri Krishna.